Welcome to another video. In our last vlog we just left Goole port and passed through the huge ocean lock to ride the tidal river Ouse north towards York. We'd set off in the dark and fog, not the best conditions to be travelling, but at least the water is calm and flat and the sun is on its way up. We'll be travelling with the incoming tide for about 30 miles to Naburn, where the lockkeeper's expecting us. We're still on the outskirts of Goole here, so we've got a long way to go. When we did this trip 4 years ago, we had a river chart to help us navigate the channel. This time we're just using our Nicholson's guide. We know there's a bridge coming up soon, and to get under it we'll need to cross to the far side of the river.
If you can get me an idea on a map as to where the hell it is.
So round that bend?
Yeah, okay. So we're beginning into the bend, so we just want to be on the right-hand side at the end of the bend, basically.
Yeah.
There's no problem. Gonna not hit that tree.
Yeah, don't hit the tree. I can see it.
Those two lights should be telling me the channel.
The green flashing one, I can't see another light.
There's a fast flashing one on one side, slow flashing one on the other.
Yeah. So just head between those, is that what it means? Head between those?
I think I'm supposed to point at the one that's flashing fast, because narrowboats don't travel on tidal rivers at night. It's not like you pay a lot of attention to the rules for the lights. You read them, and then you forget them.
I can't stop looking at the sunrise.
Okay, when the big yellow shiny thing pops up, stop.
Can you see the bridge?
Nope.
The lockkeeper at Goole port did warn us that there were bits of tree on the water, so we're on the lookout for river debris. Those lights must be it. As we're steering around the logs, the lights of the bridge ahead come into view as we continue around the bend. Goole Railway Swing Bridge is also known as Skelton Viaduct and Hook Bridge, Hook being a village just north of here. The bridge was opened in 1869 and connects Hull with South Yorkshire. It's got 4 fixed spans and 1 span that swings. We'll have more than enough headroom though, so it doesn't need to swing for us. Okay. Do you want to look at what's coming up?
Yes.
You might need your headlight on.
Yeah, it's the big dogleg bend. Yeah. Alright. So that's the big port area.
Is that what those lights are?
Yeah. Doglegs after that.
So we stay on this side now for a bit.
Yep, right up until the apex of the dogleg. Then there's the big towers.
Across the water is the village of Hook. You can still see some of the fog, and I can't get over how still the river is today.
Are you turning? Is that why we're leaning?
We're leaning because we've hit a current in the tide.
The water may look flat, but I guess we still need to remember that we're on a tidal waterway with flow and currents.
I suddenly had a panic that it was too shallow. Then I remembered the big boats that were there last time.
Yeah, though They'll normally be on the sand when the low tide is in.
It's still got a much deeper draft than us.
Oh yeah.
These are the working wharves of Port Holden. Last time we did this trip, there were 2 huge ships unloading, so I'm a bit disappointed not to see any boats docked here today. Now we're north of the port, we'll be turning 180 degrees into a very tight dogleg. Ahead is Howdendike Island. It may appear that we can pass on either side of the island, but in fact we have to stick to the left-hand side. The water on the other side is incredibly shallow. It's really only mudflats, and we'd almost certainly get stuck if we tried to go that way. Looking back, you can not only see the beautiful sunrise, but you can get an idea of the tight turn we've just made to begin to pass the island. Does anyone know what this building actually is? It's hard to tell from the direction we're travelling in, but we actually need to loop round the island and pass under that huge bridge. It's carrying the M62 motorway over the river. We're round the island. Now we just need to work out which span we need to pass under. I have to keep reminding myself to look back as we have the most beautiful orange sky behind us at the moment.
Well, especially because there's a bunch of arches that are on the land.
That's true.
So if we go for the rightmost arch right now, we're going to need a shovel. I think we go into the one with the big light on it.
That would make sense. So we've come out to the other side of the island now. There's
the Boothbury Bridge. That blinking light saying, "This is the span, this is the span, this is the span."
I wonder if any of those truckers...
Don't go to the next one, go to this one.
I wonder if any of those truckers can see us.
No, probably not.
In the end, it was very easy to work out which bridge span to use thanks to the bright green and red navigation lights on it. The motorway bridge was built in the 1970s, and before it was constructed, all the traffic had to go over Boothbury Bridge, which is the next one we'll be travelling under.
Well, I'm also not a boat carrier.
We spot one of the mile markers on the bank. This one says 7. Boothbury Bridge was built 100 years ago, and as its name suggests, it replaced a ferry which ran between the hamlet of Booth and the south side of the river. The span closest to the north bank is the swinging section, and the one we'll be passing under. Again, this one doesn't need to be spun for us either. We've travelled about 5 miles from Goole Port now, and we've still got another 25 miles to go. This junction is where the River Aire meets the River Ouse. We seem to have picked up a plank on our bow, so Michael slows the boat right down to allow it to float off.
Hey, it's clear.
Despite all my apprehension about travelling on a tidal river, it's turning out to be a really beautiful cruise. I think I'll leave this video here and pick up this journey in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Please do leave a like and comment down below, it really helps us out. For the full real-time video of this journey, please see the link below to our second channel.